friends, it's Janine with Jet Travel. Welcome. It is Tuesday again. Can't believe it's here. We're running down on days in March, which is awesome because they're getting longer. More sunshine definitely means that spring is coming. And with that, we are going to say welcome to our friend Nancy. Nancy, thanks for joining us again. Nancy was with us not too long ago talking specifically about Avalon waterways. And now we're going to talk about kind of, I feel like the bigger and a different way to absolutely do some of our travel experiences. And that is with GLOBUS, because they not only have a lot of different escorted tours, but she has a big announcement. I'm so excited to hear about it. So without further ado, Nancy, take it away.
Well, thanks so much. And while you were talking about longer days and everything, this is one of my favorite pictures because this is in Alaska. And, you know, in Alaska in the summer, there are no nights. You know, it's very, it's pretty much light 24 hours a day in the summer. And so I just was looking at this and I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait for more summer to come and the spring and the flowers. So I hear you. And I think we're all getting ready to travel. You know, we're sitting in our houses for a year, and Ginny and I were just talking about, oh, where's our favorite place to go next? And I don't care where it is, as long as it's outside these four walls.
Exactly.
But today we want to, So today we want to talk about the GLOBUS family of brands. And the GLOBUS family of brands is a large company. We're the largest and the oldest company in the world that sells tours. So we're very excited about talking about where we've come from, where we're going. You know, we're over 90 years old. We're going to our 94th year. And I love this picture because we started in Lugano, Switzerland, which is that middle picture. And we took boat trips across Lake Lugano. And so that was our first type of escorting. And we bought our first motor coach, which is on the left. And I think we've upgraded a little bit from there.
Just a little.
There's a little, and of course our board of directors on the right-hand side, which you can see is all men, so we wouldn't have that anymore. But I love to show this because I want you to know that we've been around for so long, and we have secured your money, and we have secured your safety in all of these years with the Spanish flu and with 9/11 and a world war and the Depression. And we're going to continue to be around for many years to come. So when you book with us, you're safe with us, your money is safe with us. Of course, we're fully insured, fully bonded, and we just want people to feel safe, right?
Yeah, there's that peace of mind is definitely worth its weight in gold nowadays.
It is, absolutely. So let's talk about why traveling with GLOBUS. And this little guy, he's so cute. He wants us to travel into, you know, Canada, into Alaska. But GLOBUS is really known for a lot of one-offs. You know, one of the things that I think is so great are our tour directors. Our tour directors, we approximately about 10,000 people apply every year. Out of that, we only accept 5 people. And out of that, only 2 of them make it more than 1 year. So I think we expect a lot because this is your vacation. This may be your one and only vacation in your lifetime with GLOBUS. We want to make sure that it's perfect. We give you some freedom to see more, to have some relaxation, to do some of the things that you want to do. And of course, we have top-notch transportation throughout the world, no matter where we're going. Now, one of the things that I love about GLOBUS is we have our local favorites. And local favorites are those things that when you would go into a city, you probably wouldn't know about those. Those are those best kept secrets in every city that you have to see, but they're not in any tour guide books. They're not, you know, in any brochure that we put out there. So we have our local favorites. This is one of my favorites is in Alaska. I think I have Alaska on the mind today because I love Alaska and I've been wanting to go back. But, you know, these are our little dogs and you get to play with the puppies and you get to see the dogs up there. And you know, it's so funny because they always say, we know how many puppies we started with and we know how many we end with. So you can't sneak them out, but it's a really neat experience. And we want our customers to really feel immersed in that city. So when you come out, you know the culture, you know the people, you know what their lifestyle is like. And that's really one of the fun parts of traveling with us.
Yeah, the local favorites, I would say, are one of the things I love about your tours. So, because when you are in Italy, you're doing something that is unique to one of these destinations. When you are in Sweden or Switzerland or whatever it is, it's just that added little piece that really kind of sets it apart that you can't get everywhere else. I mean, how many people, like one of them I know is going into someone's house and having a dinner with them. How many places can you get to do that? I mean, that's not happening everywhere.
Well, and it's fun because you get to see how they live. You can see what their lifestyle's like and what kind of food that they eat. So we really want you to feel part of that city. And the other part of that is our VIP access. So we've been around for so long that we really have some great relationships. So we take you in back doors or we sneak you up on a gondola. We don't want you waiting in lines. So we skip all the lines. We go in front of the lines or around to the back door. This gives you some more time to have some free time later on. It gives you that opportunity to not have to stand out in the cold, such as this one, or to stand in any rain or sun. Just gives you that, I feel like I'm a VIP experience. So I'm going to talk about a couple of my favorite tours just to kind of get you excited. Yeah. Now, remember, all the advisors at Jet Travel, they have all this information for you. They can email you a brochure. It's lickety split, and they're really familiar with our products. So if you see something that excites you or want a different tour, just let them know. But look at this little girl. This is 14-night tour, 15 days. This is a really kind of an on the go. But if you want to see some national parks, this is the way to do it. Take those 2 weeks and you are going to see more national parks, more canyons, all throughout the west and southern part of the country. So this is a beautiful tour. And, we're seeing a lot of people that want to stay in the United States this year, and it's fine. I used to always say when I started in this business, wait till you are older or wait till you can't travel to Europe anymore. Well, guess what? We're older and now we want to travel. And so the United States is a beautiful place and some beautiful areas. So this is one of my favorites just because it really includes so many of those national parks. And, they do limit how many people can get into the national parks. So if you just decide to hop in a car and drive out there, you may not be able to get in. And this year, more so than ever, people want to get to those national parks. So keep that in mind.
Yep. Also, let's just talk right now about the driving, because that is a long trip. After a while, I always say I like escorted tours because if I'm with my husband, one of us is driving, so someone is missing out on scenery. Right. This way you do not have to worry about that whatsoever. And you're getting like kind of narration the whole time, because if there's something you should be paying attention to, they're going to tell you, hey, check this out.
Absolutely. And it's so funny you say that your husband's driving. Well, my husband was driving. Well, I'm driving also with him because I'm making sure that he's driving the right way.
You're the navigator. I mean, what's the next exit we need? Where do we have to pay attention to? Watch out for that car in front of you. I mean, and all of that stuff, you're so distracted. You're really not in the moment in the experience.
Well, and it's so nice because our motor coaches do have free Wi-Fi on board. So if there is something that you want to take a picture of and put on Facebook, or if you want to communicate with someone, you can do that right from your motor coach. So it's nice. The seats are nice. There's plenty of leg room on board the coaches. And like you said, this is a long tour. So just relax and let us do all that for you. So this is another one of my favorite, because this is America's musical heritage, Nashville to New Orleans.
Ooh.
Look at this. A couple of my favorites in here. We go into Memphis, of course, home to Elvis Presley. Of course, we'll see Graceland. Some beautiful things. This is, as you can see on all of our maps, we start and end with a green or a red little dot. And then you can see how we're going to move up and down. So you can take these tours in either way that you want. Then we're going to end up in another music capital of the world in New Orleans. So that is a fabulous area for some jazz music. Of course, in Nashville, we'll be doing the Grand Ole Opry. And, people say, oh, I don't like country music. I will tell you, when I first started this business, I had to escort tours to Nashville all the time. And I thought I hated country music. It is such a production that I don't care what kind of music it's beautiful. And they do all kinds of music, and it's fun. It's up close and personal. So this is another one of my favorite tours. So think about this.
I will agree with you on that, Nancy, because if someone doesn't like country music, it doesn't matter. Nashville's just a cool town to be in, just because the music and the talent there is ridiculous. Like, there will be someone who will go from Johnny Cash to Led Zeppelin to Aerosmith, and then something that's really current. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you have a spread.
Yes.
So.
And you can go all over and you get to hear these people who are not known names. It's funny. The first time I went to Nashville, the tour guide got in the bus and said, oh, today you're going to go to the Grand Ole Opry, and you're going to hear a new up and coming star, and his name was Garth Brooks. And I was like, okay, I kind of know this guy, and I'm trying to tell my people, I think this is a really up and coming guy. Well, now look at where he is.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so cool.
I know. So you get to see all of these people. And here is another one of my favorite trips,
Ooh.
Costa Rica. So we saw Costa Rica really take off. Not so much last year, but the year before when they've done Caribbean, they wanted to move some other places. So Costa Rica was that nice warm destination that they could go to. And I love this tour because you have a one night at the beginning, one night at the end at San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
Every other place we stop, you have 2 nights. So you get to really enjoy the hotel, all the amenities that the hotel has to offer. There's lots of parks to walk, lots of hikes to see. You're going to be seeing Arenal volcano and walk some of the pathways that were actually made out of the lava from the last time that she erupted. You're going to do, you know, those rope bridges where you cross, hang on to everybody's hands. You're going to do those. They're very safe, but just don't look down.
Right. It doesn't feel like it at first, and you might question yourself, but it's totally worth trying.
It's totally worth it. So it's so cool because you're walking these through the cloud forest. So if anybody has been in an area, this is a rainforest and the clouds come down from the sky and you're walking through the clouds. So it feels that real cool and that a little sprinkly a little bit. It's just a really cool place. So this is a wonderful tour. You get to go through the rainforest. You get to go and see the coffee plantations, the pineapple plantations, and the bananas. You know, that's what they're all known for, their plantains. And so this is another great little short tour. You can always add on before or after your vacation because, you know, this is a little bit of a hike to get down here. From Chicago, it's about a 12-hour flight. So you might as well spend some time in San Jose or into some of the areas in Costa Rica.
Totally.
Now look at this Grand Hawaii. I mean, who want to go to Hawaii, right?
Right.
All those beautiful islands. Now we have 3 different tours in Hawaii. We have a 4 island tour, and this particular one. This is a 12-day, 11-night package where you're going to get to 4 different islands. You do get to see the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, and of course you will be seeing all the must-sees, you know, the memorials and everything in Pearl Harbor. Then we have a little shorter one, about a 10-night if you are looking for a little bit shorter, and that's with 3 islands. And then the other one that I really like is we add on the NCL cruise. So you'll be 3 nights in Hawaii and then 7 nights on the cruise. And I love the cruise because you don't have to unpack or, you know, pack every night. You just get to go along your way. So that's a nice package. So think about Hawaii. People don't always think about Hawaii either with us or that it's part of the United States, which is sad.
Right. Well, and it's nice because like you just said, like some of the things, like it gets back to the thing we kind of touched on earlier. It's just like someone is there guiding you to those must-see destinations, but still giving you free time that you can explore the beauty of Hawaii or some of the other countries that you're in. Because Costa Rica, yeah, it's amazing, but it's nice to actually know what you're looking at or why should we really want to go to this plantation right now? Oh, why do we want to go here right now? Because a lot of people don't know that Costa Rica is known for its coffee. So is Hawaii. So why would I want to go there? Is to get those kinds of things and have those experiences. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now here's probably my really favorite tour, the Great Resorts of the Canadian Rockies. This is an awesome tour. This is, you know, if you ever see anything in the movies or on TV about those hotels, you know, they go into the lobby areas, and these are the Fairmont hotels, which really are some of the best in the world, not just in North America, but in the world. And you are going to be seeing these beautiful lakes and you're going to see glaciers. And this is a fabulous tour. It's a short tour, 6-night. And you can always add on the Rocky Mountaineer before or after your tour. And that's a 2-night package, which is really nice. You get to get on the train and travel. You'll get off the train at night and stay in those local cities. But I love this because we're going up to Banff and Calgary. You get to see Lake Louise. You get to ride this big snow buggy in the Columbia ice field. So it's this big, huge truck. It has big old wheels, and you get to ride through all of these ice fields. So just a wonderful tour. The summer is so beautiful there. So think about going north into Canada. Now, this summer, we probably can't go there. Canada, you know, is having some, you know, they're trying to be very protective of their areas. But by next summer, we'll be back full blast. And I will tell you in 2022, things are booking up. I mean, I don't say that as a salesperson. I say it because we all want to get out of Dodge. We want to go on a trip. And so things are booking up. So if you're looking to book anything, please contact the advisors at Jet Travel.
I'm glad you said that because that's one thing I was just thinking with this tour. I'm like, oh, we can't go this year. us and a lot of other countries can't go to Canada right now. So next year, yeah, I'll wait. No, I can't wait because it's not going to be available pretty soon.
I know. So
and it's the same even with certain destinations like Europe. We're starting to look. It's just like there's 2022 stuff that's sold out already. I looked at Christmas markets last week. There's no availability.
Now, I will tell you, funny you should say Christmas markets, because we did just happen to have an entire Christmas market cruise open up on Avalon.
Ooh.
Anybody is looking at, we had somebody who chartered it and the company needed to pull it back. And so we have an entire ship. Like you said, Christmas markets sell out very quickly.
Yeah.
Done them. They are some of the most beautiful tours to go and see over in Europe. And so on December 6th, we do have a Christmas market on the Danube that just opened up. So if you're looking to go, I can guarantee you it will sell out in days. So contact Janine. Now, Janine's been kind of talking about this because she's so excited about this. We have a totally new way to tour. And it's so funny because, you know, over this past year, we've been able to do a lot of things. Look at some things about what's going well. What can we improve on? Where do we go for the future? One of the things that we do know is people want more choices in their touring. Now, if you go on a cruise, and we do have the Avalon Riverboat cruises, every day you'll get different options of things you want to do. You can go to a winery, take a city tour, take a church tour, all kinds of options. But we really never had that option with land touring because you're on a motor coach. Everybody kind of has to travel at the same rate. Yeah. But we have figured out a way to have a new way to tour for you. And let me kind of give you an idea. So right now we just have 13 different tours. We have 6 over in Europe and 6 in the United States, which is awesome. But you get to choose which tour you want to go on when we make a stop. So along your way, this is just kind of a map over of a tour that we have in Scotland. You will see that our first tour is in Edinburgh. That's our stop. You're going to have 2 different choices of tours. As we may make our way north, you're going to have 3 different choices. So you'll have a list of all those choices. As we get into Inverness, you're going to have 3 choices as well. So it's nice because you don't all have to go to the winery if you've 1,000 wineries in your time. You don't all have to go to the cathedral. You make your choice. In Scotland, one of our options is to go to a golf course. I don't want anybody to get excited. It's not St. Andrews.
Oh,
a golf course in Scotland. And that's pretty awesome for people that like to golf. You do get to hit some balls and have some fun with that. So I really, we're excited about this way of touring. And you know, the price is all included. You don't have to pay extra for these particular tours, and it's all your own way. So we look at just some of the tours that are included in Scotland. So we have a little sip of traditional Scottish open. I know my husband would be there first thing before anybody else.
Right.
There you go. We have a round of golf at one of the golf courses. You can pedal. So some people they want to keep up their physical activity. We're not going 100-mile, up and down hills. These are nice little pedaling, usually under 10 miles. And we do make many stops along the way. So people don't have to worry that it's so strenuous. And then we have, if you want a history tour of the area, we'll have that for you. And then we'll also be able to see some of the royalty and their traditions. So I think this is a really exciting way for people to see the future. And I think that it will just continue to get bigger and bigger. Like I said, we have 6 in Scotland, or 6 in Europe right now, and in North America. And our North American ones will actually start this fall. So if you are looking to do this, again, contact Janine and she will get you all this information, get you the tours, because we're really excited. Janine, do you think that this is going to be something that people will want to do?
Yeah, I think they're going to hop all over this. And the one thing from what I saw from the press release and a couple of videos I watched from Globus is that you don't have to tell me I don't have to tell you ahead of time what I want to do. So if I wake up in the morning, someone wants to go drink whiskey, I want to go pedal around town, that's cool. It doesn't matter. You can do what you want to do. And then you come back at the end. And I love the idea of the little bit smaller groups and making it a little more intimate. So that's another great thing about all this. I'm super excited about this new product.
Well, and I think this is really good for friends that travel together or families that want to travel together, because everybody may not want to do the same thing.
Correct.
So, we do have younger kids on our tours, and these kids are usually very well educated. They want to learn about the history, but we're not going to send them to a whiskey tasting. So put them on a bike and wear out some of that energy for them. Right. So it's a really cool thing to to do this. And we're looking forward to the future, and we're the only ones doing it. So we're very excited about this.
I know, no, it's awesome. And I was so excited to see it when it came out. And I'm like, okay, we're starting here. We're going to get more pretty soon. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. And, you know, we talked about at the beginning, our peace of mind travel. And this is so important for everybody to realize we are in a different time right now. We all realize that the world has changed, and how we travel and how we pay and all that. And people, you know, they may be a little bit nervous about putting their money down. But if you put your money down with GLOBUS, family of brands, on any one of our products, up until final payment date, which is either 45 or 60 days ahead of time, if you get nervous, if there's another outbreak, whatever it is, you can change your mind. Now, we can't just give you a refund back, but we will take that credit and we'll put it towards another tour, another date. You can go to the next year if you want, another product of ours. So let's say you booked for Europe and you're still a little bit nervous about going to Europe, you can change that to a United States tour. So it's a very nice thing for people to, okay, I'll put my money down and I'll know that my money will be safe and that I'm not locked in 100% with this particular tour.
Yep.
So we just want people to feel comfortable.
No, and it's an awesome, like you said, the peace of mind, especially with everything going on with COVID, because we're not sure if places open today, like Iceland just opened. Awesome. That could change really quick. We don't know.
Right. Exactly. And, you know, if you don't want to go to the United States or whatever, we go all over the world. So we have over 600 tours all over the world, Australia, every single continent, including Antarctica. So if you're looking to go some other place, please talk to Janine. She can get you a brochure. She can get you a link to something. So we go everywhere. Whatever you want. Have it for you.
No, perfect. And Nancy, since we're on this page, I just want to point out, so GLOBUS is a family of brands. So they have a lot of different options for us. Like GLOBUS is kind of their more escorted tour. So you're with someone the whole time. And the one thing I love about GLOBUS tours is your hotel locations for the tours are spectacular. Why does that make a difference on a tour, I guess? Because where GLOBUS picks is like right in the middle of the city. So 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, let's just call it what it is that you're walking distance from everything you might want to see. So if you have a night off, you don't have to worry about getting a taxi cab or how do I get to this place or that. It's either you're hopping on a metro, you're right there. The locations are spectacular.
Well, I'm just going to take you on sales calls with me because you could not have explained it any better. They're all 4- and 5-star hotels, smack dab in the center of the city. GLOBUS is kind of our mothership. She's been around the longest, and so she is the brand of all of us. But then we have like the Cosmos. So Cosmos came out in the 60s. At the time, she was designed to be for a younger crowd. So the prices were lower. So we put them into 3- and 4-star hotels outside the city center, and a few less tours and maybe a few less meals. Well, over the years, all that time, people have found, oh, Cosmos is still a great product. It's still a product. We're just a little bit further out, and perhaps they don't have the money for a GLOBUS, or they want to take 2 Cosmos versus 1 GLOBUS. There's a lot of reasons. It's not just for the young at heart. Well, I should say it's for the young at heart, but it's not just for the younger generation. It's for any generation, and she's a great product for people.
Yep.
And then we came out with monograms. My favorite. Monograms is that independent lifestyle that we will get you to your location. We'll get you to your hotel. We'll give you a half-day city tour. Let's say we're in London. So you can kind of really get an idea of how London's set up, where you want to go, things like that. But there's always a tour host at the hotel that can help you set up tours, can help you find the train or how to get to some place or set up reservations. So you kind of have Mama Bear always there watching over you. But if you want to sleep in the morning, or if you decide, oh, today I want pizza for lunch, and tonight I want this, it's all your choice. But that is my favorite, because I love being that independent, but yet I love having somebody there holding my hand.
Yeah, no, and I will say that, excuse me, the other great thing is that I often get nervous with clients, and even myself, when I get to the airport, I always worry about, okay, how do I get someone? Who's going to pick me up? How's it going to be there? With any of the GLOBUS family of brands, I have zero concerns. It's just so easy and so well thought through. It's just one of those worry-free vacations where you can just sit back and totally have, just sit back and experience it all.
Right. And that's great because we're looking for you as much as you're looking for us. So we want to make sure that we get you to your location. Now, we just have to tell people too, we do have some offers. Jet Travel does have an exclusive offer. If you end up booking through April 7th, another $100 off per person. That may not seem a lot. Hey, you can buy some souvenirs, pack them away, and enjoy something. So that's a nice little thing if you're thinking about booking a tour. And through the end of April, we also have 5% off of all GLOBUS tours. So keep that in mind. That's a standard promotion we have going on, but that's only through the end of April. So figure out how much money you're getting back in your taxes. You can book a GLOBUS tour.
Yeah, you can. And the other great thing is that if you're looking farther out, we can do just a smaller deposit. And then final payments not too, to like you said, that 45 to 60 days before you go. So if you are thinking of 2022, it's great because like maybe it's only like $500 down deposit, which when you look at the grand scheme of things, your tax return, you can still do some other stuff and know that, hey, I have this really great experience that I know is on the books and is coming up.
Well, and I have exciting news. We did open all 2023, all except Europe, which I know is our huge. Everything around the country except Europe. Europe is going to be opening very shortly.
Okay, cool.
In 23, but that's exciting that we have our books open all the way through.
Totally. Got to look at Africa then.
There you go. Africa, my bucket list. I need to go there.
Yeah, awesome. Well, cool, Nancy. Thank you. I love the promotions. Nancy, thank you for doing that, especially for our clients. So that is awesome. That extra $100 you can get off if you book between now and it was the 7th of April, I believe. I can't remember exactly.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. So that is awesome that Nancy was able to do that for us. I'm looking over my notes really quick, make sure there's anything else. Oh, one thing I do want to talk about, I think we talked about just really briefly, but I want to talk about a little bit more. We kind of talked about who is the GLOBUS traveler. And I hate pigeon-toeing because we often try to do that with companies or with experiences. So tell us a little bit, is there really, if I say, hey, if I go on a GLOBUS tour, who am I going to be with? Is there really one type of person I'm going to be with?
Well, it's so funny you say that because our marketing people try to do that to us too. They try to say, okay, this is the age demographic and this is this. But over the years, we've been adding more and more active tours. And so whether you are active or you are not active, our tour directors are really trained into finding out what is it that you want. So Janine may decide to run 26 miles around Ireland and see all the sheep and everything. And I'm going to say, thank you, but I'm not going to do that.
Right.
The tour director, if a person cannot walk the amount of walking, they will find a place for the people to sit, or they'll find another tour for them to do. So there's always different options. Perhaps there's some shopping and then this person wants to do a little bit more active. Now, I have been on tours with younger children. Our age is starting at 5 years old. And oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
No worries. It happens.
So anyways, but our tours are designed for any age. And I will tell you, the kids that are on our tours, parents aren't going to bring them unless they are well-behaved, a little bit more educated, because who wants to take a kid who wants to just play all the time or play on his video games and spend that kind of money to put them on a tour? They don't want to do that.
Right.
So we do have kind of a broad range. I would say on a GLOBUS tour, you're probably going to find anywhere from 45 to probably 75 is our median age, but that's quite a stretch in there.
It's a long stretch in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like to say when people get nervous, they're like, oh, it's an escorted tour. It's going to be like, it's not going to be anyone my age. I say, no, you're going to find your people, because these are people who have a desire to travel. They want to learn. They want to expand their knowledge. I'm like, they might not be your age, but I like hanging out with 70-year-olds just as much as I do like to hang around 20-year-olds, as long as we have those commonalities. So right. It's all about that desire and that interest.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Nancy, thank you so much for joining us. Since Nancy has been with us before, I'm going to let her skip the lightning round. Since she already did one and did splashing at it. So thank you again for joining us. For anyone who'd like some more information, hit us up here at Jet Travel. We'd love to share more about your upcoming wishes and needs, and we will see you next Tuesday. And I can't remember what I'm doing next Tuesday, but we'll be back next Tuesday. That is for sure. Nancy, thank you again. Have a great day and enjoy that sunshine out there.
Thank you. You too. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.